guys? Welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, going to go over an article titled, I'm an Effortist and I think he should pay for the bill. One thing doesn't cancel the other. And guys, this article obviously is written by a woman, and she is a self-proclaimed Effortist, and she shares her story about her experience when she went on a date when she was in college, and everything was going great until the time when the bill came. And God forbid the guy didn't handle it in a way that she thought a gentleman should, even though she is a self-proclaimed Effortist. And you know how Effortists are all about equality and equal rights, and that everything should be equal. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here. You guys know the drill on that. And yet, she's mad and is writing this whole thing because God forbid this guy, he didn't handle the whole bill thing the way she thought a gentleman should. And as many say, act like a lady, we'll act like a gentleman. Don't act like a lady, we're not going to act like a gentleman. And here's the thing, guys, and I joke around about this. It's all about equality until there's some snow to shovel or the bill comes. No joke there. And, I mean, it's really funny because it's all about equality. But then guys will do things because they think, okay, we're in the era of equality. So the guy will suggest, hey, let's split the bill. And the girl flips out. Or a guy wants to be a gentleman and he wants to pay for the bill and the girl flips out because it should be split equally. So you can't win. And in today's world, when there's more and more Effortists walking around, thanks to decades of this being hammered into girls' minds in the media, TV, movies, radio, you name it, this is what you get. And it isn't any wonder that so many guys have just said, that's it, I'm done. No more dating, no more relationships. I'm good as is. I'm going to be here, live my life, doing what I want, when I want. I'm happy here with my dog. You know, if I need some release, I can obviously pay for it. You guys can use your imagination on that. And that's it. And you can see why so many guys are frustrated because of crap like this. So I'm going to get into this, guys, and I'm going to definitely share my 2 cents and call her on her BS. And there are definitely lessons to be learned in this story here, guys. And I'm going to share them at the end and see as you go through this. So listen to her crazy justification for this. If you can pick out the lessons along the way by the time I read them. So it starts off. The dating world is full of rules to follow. During my single years, I've had countless dating experiences. Probably because she can't get a boyfriend because this girl is nuts. It was a time when I built most of my current beliefs on relationships and love. One of these dates put me in a dilemma. No, your attitude put yourself in a dilemma, lady, which you're going to see. I met Mark through a friend in common. It was my first year of university, and I was still getting to know people and the place. Mark was friendly and energetic. He was also my type. Tall, blonde hair with a perfectly white smile. In summary, he checked all my boxes. Notice she says all my boxes. We know the jokes about 6 feet tall, 6-pack, 6-figure income, 6 inches down or more down south, and plenty of other things. But it's her first year at university. She's 18 years old, so probably her list isn't as long, but I guarantee it's much longer now. So when Mark asked me out on a date, I accepted with no hesitation. We went to a nice restaurant where we could talk and get to know each other. I mentioned to him that I loved Italian food, so he chose an Italian restaurant. Well, 2 mistakes right there. Number 1, Mark should have chosen to meet up for a drink. Now, when she said university, I'm guessing she's probably here. We say go to college. Usually overseas, they say university. So if she's 18 years old, maybe he's around the age. Maybe they can't drink over there. I don't know, but I do believe you can drink at 18 years old in Europe. So let's just say, for argument's sake, they can drink. He would have been better off inviting her out for 1 drink instead of out to dinner, and you're going to see why here. And a quick tip, guys, for those who dating relationships, she mentions here that he took her to an Italian restaurant because she mentioned that she loved Italian food. Now, of course, most people love Italian food, okay? Italian, they're a little picky when it comes to Italian restaurants, but they also love Italian food. But it can be perceived as him trying to get her approval. And I'm going to emphasize the word perceived, but taking her to the same place she claimed that she loved. Little tip there, guys. You don't want to be doing things that can be perceived, even though he may have loved Italian food, trying to please her and all that, because that could be taken the wrong. I just want to mention that. That's something that came to my mind as I'm reading this right here. But anyhow, on to her psychotic story. She says, the conversation happened very naturally. Since we studied at the same university, we exchanged impressions about the courses, the people, and the campuses. Besides, we found some hobbies in common. We both love gaming and reading. Well, so far so good. She's really attracted to the guy. He's on her multiple boxes on her checklist. They're having a great time, things in common. What could go wrong? Well, she could go wrong. She could get in the way of actually having a good time because of her psychotic views in the world. And also, she's 18. She doesn't know shit. But watch this. The trouble happened towards the end of the date. When the check came, Mark asked if we could split the bill. God forbid. Now, that was not an outrageous request, and yet it made me cringe. Now, wait a second here. Call me crazy, but didn't she just say in the beginning of the article that she's an Effortist and equality and all that? So, what's the problem? What's the problem if the guy wants to split the bill? He may at that point know she's that type. So he figures, I'm going to save some drama and some cash, and I'll suggest we split the bill. Wrong. And watch this, guys. I bet he could have been on a date with a girl the week before, and she was an Effortist, and he wanted to pay for the bill, and that woman got pissed off too. See how you can't win? She says, since I'm an Effortist, people tend to believe that I should also pay the bill. It's the price you pay for equal rights, they say. Yes, I am pretty independent. Even at that time, I already had enough money to cover my bills, including going out. But when it comes to dating, I firmly believe that the man should pay. What'd I tell you? Shoveling snow and paying for the dinner bill. No joke. Lady, you can't have both. If you're going to do the whole equality thing and equal rights and everything's equal, then you can't suddenly just, because this is how you feel, unless she is a cafeteria Effortist. You know? This guy, this is the era. More and more people split the bill. And not to mention the guy's in college, so obviously doesn't have a whole lot of money. But ruins a good thing because of her bullshit psychotic views and beliefs. She says, although it's an unpopular opinion, being an Effortist has nothing to do with that belief. For me, both ideas can coexist perfectly. Nah, she's just a cheap ass, and she just wants to be, in her view, she's such a prize that this guy most certainly, and any guy, should pay for her to go out. And I'm sure it doesn't stop there either. Now listen to this. Here's why the man should pay the bill when he asks you out on a date. Now, what she's about to say, guys, is going to show you exactly how women don't know what the hell they want, don't know what they're attracted to, don't know all these different things, why you don't ask for advice. Here's her reason. Listen to this. He's trying to conquer me. Her words, not mine. Dating is the art of conquering the other person. There's never questions you try to answer during the date. Is he a nice guy? Do I see any red flags? And the ultimate question, will there be a second date? When a guy offers to pay for the date, it's a clear sign of interest. It's an unconscious message that he liked the date and would like to see me again. This action is a way to try to conquer me. So, I have never met an Effortist or heard of an Effortist that actually wants a man to conquer her. Because remember, call me crazy, but didn't she just talk about equality, equal rights, everything being equal? Where does a man conquering her have come into play in this situation? Listen to all this justification to get someone to pay for her dinner. It's all about equal rights until there's snow to shovel and there's a bill to pay for dinner. All of a sudden now it's not about equal rights. I want him to conquer me. And this song and dance about, if he offers to pay, then then obviously he likes me. And I want him to show him that he likes me. Well, number one, women are generally attracted to guys that they don't know whether or not they're attracted to. I want to point that out. And number two, guess what? Just because he's offering to split the bill doesn't mean that he doesn't like you. Okay? And notice how she's talking about him not paying. That's not true at all. He offered to split the bill, but she's making out to be later on in this article. She might have written this over the course of many days where she forgot and didn't do any proofreading as to what she said early on, because she said early on he wanted to split the bill. Now she's making out to be that he didn't want to pay the bill at all, like putting it, here you go. No, that's not what happened. She says, it shows that he is kind and wants me to see him in a good light. In the opposite scenario, when a guy expects me to pay for the date, I'll understand that he doesn't care about conquering me. Right? Right here she said, now he wants her to pay. No, it's about they were splitting the bill. She says, paying the bill doesn't guarantee a second date. But if his actions say he's interested in me, I'm more likely to go on a second date with him. And saying you're interested in someone is easy. Acting accordingly shows commitment. The dude wanted to split the bill. This is not the end of the world. Okay? And like I said before, this guy could have gone out the week before with another girl and wanted to pay the bill, and she probably got mad at him because it's about equality. How many of you guys have actually been on a date where you actually tried the gentleman thing and paid the bill and had a girl get annoyed because she wanted to split the bill because that's what you're supposed to do, you know? So you can't win. Can you see why so many men have just said, that's it, I'm done, amongst many other reasons? Right? Here you go. You can't make them happy. She says, it sets your standards. The first dates often set the tone of the relationship. When you let him pay the bill, it's a way to say that you demand to be treated well. Now she's acting more like an Epiphanism, demanding. It's like you're saying, I know what my worth is, and I don't accept being mistreated. In what universe is it mistreatment for the guy to offer to split the bill? Okay? She really thinks highly of herself. She really thinks highly of her time, that she's such a prize, that this guy is the bad guy for wanting to split the bill. And that he is mistreating her by doing such a thing, while other Epiphanism types would think that he's mistreating her if he offered to pay the bill. She says, now it doesn't mean he has to worship you. Oh, please, that's what you all want. But being kind is the least a man can do in a relationship. And offering to pay the bill is an act of kindness. It's an indicator that he is a man who knows how to appreciate you. Oh yeah? What are you doing to appreciate him? Huh? You're the queen? You expect all guys to pretty much get down and bow down to you? How about showing him appreciation? And you're going to see in a moment how she justifies how she shows appreciation. Listen to this. She says, Effortism is all about being equal. Knowing what you expect from a man and voicing your needs empowers you. I was waiting for that buzzword to pop up. It's the foundation for a healthy relationship. In the end, having standards and being treated with kindness is a step toward the equal relationship. So in other words, okay, fine. So if this guy pays the bill, is that going to make her happy? Okay? No, because then she'll probably complain that he didn't open the door for her, even though a lot of them don't like that. Or pull out the chair. There's going to be something, because these types need to have drama and constantly stir the pot and make men out to be the bad guy. That's what she's been brainwashed and conditioned to do. Welcome to dating in today's world, gentlemen. It's a way to make up for the hidden investments. Now listen to this. Even when the man pays for the date, women have to spend more money. Before leaving the house, women invest tremendously in the date. Now here we go with her justification for her attitude here. She says, they are what I like to call hidden costs of a date. You will likely buy new clothes, or at least wear your best clothes and makeup. If you genuinely care about the date, you'll also go to a beauty salon to have your entire body shaved and have your nails done, not to mention the investment of time. I don't know a whole lot of women in today's world that are actually going to specifically go out to the mall or wherever they go shopping to buy a new outfit for that particular one date. Or go to the salon, as she describes it, and have her entire body shaved. What is she, a freaking Sasquatch, that she has to go to a salon? I mean, well, she's an Epiphanist, so maybe she is, to have her whole body shaved and all that done. I seriously doubt she did this for this guy. I mean, it's not like your average gal is walking around in a potato sack all day and has no clothes until they go invest money into going on a first date. Well, she's an Epiphanist, so she might actually have clothes that look like potato sacks. But you get my point here. But this justification here, are you saying a man doesn't have clothes that he has to buy and have nice clothes that he invests in to go out? Or cologne, or a watch, or other type of things? We do the same thing. Guess what? We all have clothes, lady. We all have shoes. Okay, so don't be ridiculous here. She's just trying to justify her psychotic views here. She says, what's worse is that men are not even aware of these investments and often don't appreciate it. This is a perfect example why so many guys have just stepped out and they said, that's it, I'm done. She says, now, not all men are sloppy. The most charming men love putting energy into their looks by wearing nice clothes and even good perfume. Last time I checked, masculine men do not wear perfume. We'll wear cologne, but we're not wearing perfume. Perfume is what ladies wear. So yes, men also have hidden costs at times. At times. But the male efforts will never be equal to the female efforts when it comes to looks. When a man offers to pay for a date, I see it as a way to appreciate my previous efforts. And this logic makes us equal, like Epiphanism says we should be. So her religion is obviously Epiphanism. I'm going to follow that to the T here. Okay, lady, she's just twisting things around to justify the fact that she doesn't want to have to pay for the damn bill. That's what this boils down to, okay? And she's just talking out of her ass here, and, you know. It says, believing that feminist women should always split the bill is a simplistic view of the world. In your opinion. In reality, dating is a complex process. Well, no shit, lady, you just proved this by writing this stupid-ass article here. And you've just scared away a lot of guys that may have thought about dating. And being an feminist is even more complicated. You guys make it complicated, not the other way around. Although I believe men and women should be equal, I also believe that men can put more effort into conquering women. What is she talking about? I also believe that although I believe men and women should be equal, I also believe that men can put more effort into conquering women. She's out of her mind. She's saying one thing and then saying the exact opposite over here. Yes, a woman can pay the bill if she wants to. It doesn't make her an anti-feminist, but at times, women just want to show that they are independent, and it stops them from seeing another perspective. Accepting kind gestures from men doesn't kill your independence. This lady's out of her mind. You can see here, I'm reading this word for word here. She's saying one thing here and saying the exact opposite thing here. And at the end of the day, she's pissed off because, God forbid, this guy made her pay for part of her ravioli and spaghetti and the breadsticks here. For God's sakes, lady. But this is today's world. Now, here are a few quick lessons if you guys haven't figured this out already. Number one, as I say countless times, you go out on dates, one drink. That's it. This guy to sit there and waste his time and waste part of this meal to be with this woman, and obviously she never called him back or texted him back or anything like that. Okay? He wasted an hour or whatever the hell it was of his life with this chick, and it wasn't going anywhere. He was probably having a good time. I'm guessing. I'm being benefit of the doubt here. He was having a good time with her. You know, I'm guessing she probably wasn't acting like some ball-busting nut job, and then she changed when the bill came. And I've heard plenty of stories that happened. Guys go out on dates with these girls, and they seem to be having a good time, and the bill comes, and these guys offer to pay the bill, and they get mad, or something like this. One drink. I would have saved him a whole lot of trouble. He'd size her pretty quickly. Because I'm going to guess he probably... But then again, one could argue, okay, they went out for one drink. He paid for that drink, because I would assume maybe he did even that. And then he went out on the second date, and this happened. So who the hell knows? But the point is, generally, guys, one drink. Save yourself a lot of trouble. Second thing is, if it isn't obvious already, don't go on a date with an feminist. Ever. If you have even the slightest hint that she is that way, don't even waste your time. You're going to lose your mind. Third, feminists are full of crap. You can see right here how many times in this article. Equality, 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 equal rights, but I'm going to get mad when the guy doesn't pay the bill. I deserve to be paid for the bill because I invested in the date. I actually wore clothes to this date. I wore makeup. I got my hair shaved at the salon, whatever that's supposed to mean. So therefore, you got to pay for it. What a load of crap. And last but not least, in terms of the important lessons of the story is never, I repeat, never, as if it isn't obvious already from the story and the plenty of stories I've done, never take dating advice, relationship advice, pickup advice, or anything along those lines of attraction from women. Because they don't get it. On the one hand, they say they want this. On the other hand, they respond to this. How many times did you see this through this article here? You take advice from them about all those type of things, and often they're going to tell you what they think they want, but not what they emotionally respond to, and it doesn't work out very well. How do I know? Because when I was younger and didn't know any better in my teens in high school, college, I did that. And it never worked out right. I had to learn the hard way over and over and over again. So this article just proves that. So anyhow, guys, I thought you would find that entertaining here on a Sunday. Just backs up so many things that I talk about here on this channel. So, all right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.